Yo, what's going on, guys? Right here, and for this video, this isn't gonna be too long, but gonna be looking at a build that I came up with for Ashe Army of Darkness. Now, he's probably the best character to use a chainsaw with just because of his passive skills when you get him leveled up, and some of the skills in his tree. And this is what I've been using. I just got to 25 like 2 matches ago, so I tried this build out and it seems to work pretty well. I was doing something a little bit completely different before I got his level 25 skill, but this just makes your chainsaw, just any chainsaw you get, you're just better with it pretty much. And with this build, basically what you want to do is be executing a lot and keeping your shield up. So you're going to be doing a lot of damage with your chainsaw and just keeping your shield up. Now the only thing that sucks is when you can't find a chainsaw. You kind of got to look around a little, but your team might be doing the objective, so don't want to be too useless, so you might just have to use something else. I mean, it depends. Sometimes you get the chainsaw right away, sometimes you don't. But for this build, basically we're going to start here. I like putting 3 points into this. The last hit of your combo causes increased damage all the way up to 50%. I definitely underestimated this. I didn't think it would be that big of a difference, but if you can manage to do like your heavy attacks and get the last hit in, it does a shit ton of damage, especially to the bosses and to the elite units. It's pretty good. Next, you're gonna get reinforced amulet. So basically whenever you have your shields, you're gonna take reduced damage. It's pretty good. Don't really want to increase the health because we're basically just playing around the shields, and when you get the upgrades in game, I always max out shield first. I mean, depending if the demon is doing well. If they're doing pretty good, I'll just keep doing shields. If they're not doing too good, like maybe it's like a new player or something, I'll just do melee damage because it's not really a threat. But in general, you're gonna want to level up your shields, and then I do health just in case. Shield first, and then health, and then melee damage. If the demon isn't doing too well, you don't have to worry about the health and just go into melee damage right away. And then this will increase the shield bars by 12%. This is really good. And then these two are really good just because of his passive here. When you do a finisher or an execute, he recovers part of his shield. So basically how you're going to want to play it is you're just going to want to hit them once with your light attack, and then just spam the execute button, and you're just going to be invulnerable because you're always in the animation, and then you're just going to be getting your shield back. Now it's not always that simple, you know. Different people playing will have different strategies, and if your team's good or not. Like, I've had matches where I'm doing really good, but my team just always needs to be revived, so I can't really just sit there and keep executing. But when you get a decent team, like, they don't even have to be that good, you can carry pretty hard. Fear, didn't do anything here. The next thing we're gonna do is this just increases your melee weapon damage. This is overall good for him, whether you get the chainsaw or maybe you don't get the chainsaw, you're at least gonna have this damage boost. I had this in my, like, this build I just started when I got to 25. I did have this. Wasn't bad, but I wanted to go more in this part of the skill tree down here, so I did not go into this at all. Light melee attacks. I've been using more heavy attacks, so I didn't find this one to be that useful, and I'd rather just have the points for down here. So next, you're going to take reduced damage here, 10%. Maybe you could have put 1 point into this, but I feel like 3% is really not worth it, so I might as well just get the 10. Increases the melee damage. Now this is one that, if you're not playing too well and your shield keeps getting broken, this might be good for you. But me personally, I never lose my health. Just always have shield. Very rarely I'll lose my health. It's usually if I'm getting a shitty team and I gotta help them out a lot and just not doing too well. But I'd say, like, most of my matches, you're just relying on your shield, and it's usually always up. so I wouldn't worry about this one unless you think you need it. This one is good. So this is going to give you more melee damage when your health is above a certain threshold. So 95% health, as long as you're above that, you're going to get 15% more melee damage. So this is really good. Next, this increases the balance bar damage from your heavy melee attacks. I only put one into here. I mean, if you wanted to, maybe you could put one in here and then put a couple more in here. But I just wanted to get to this one, because this is what's going to help us quite a bit as well. Increases damage dealt by one-handed melee weapons. Now, when you get to these here, you will want to farm specifically, just so you're getting some use out of it. Because if you're going to use like a sledgehammer or a spear, where it's a two-handed weapon, this is going to be useless. So you're going to, like, if you don't get a chainsaw, at least you'll have this to buff. Like if you get the hatchet or the hunter's knife, something like that, at least you'll have this to help you out with that. Even though preferably you want to get the chainsaw just so you can utilize his last skill if you do have this. But yeah, this is the build I've been using and it's been quite successful. Definitely gonna play around though and try out other stuff, like maybe going towards the middle of the trees, but I don't know, we'll see. I also want to start leveling up other characters, but I just started using this guy first, and it takes quite a bit to level them up. After you get around, like, he's level 25, I'd say after around, like, level 15-ish, it takes quite a bit to get them up there. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know how you guys like the build, try it out, if you have enough skill points. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.